Hi, I'm Noel, psychotherapist. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Thanks for joining me here. I'm just going to sit still so the image stabilises. There's a link at the bottom of the video and you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please do that. Also, if you're watching this embedded in my website, up above is a blue email link. If you click on that, pop-up box comes up and I'll send you these blogs on a regular basis as I write them. Short video today to go with the blog on helping your kids and yourself and anybody else actually around you become more resilient to depression. Kids in particular are more prone to depression these days. There's lots of reasons, it's very complicated, so I'm not going to go into that, the causes of it, but I'm going to give you a few tips for helping prevent the depressive illness or the mood disorder appear in the first place. Some of them you may know, some of them you won't, but I'll just run through them quickly. So all the basics of good food, good diet, good sleep, good self-care, these are really important things to teach your kids. There are various sugary foods and so on which will produce sort of big mood swings in people, maybe addictive tendencies in some people as well. Eating at the wrong time of day can affect your rhythms, your life rhythms, and your mood as well. It can also affect your sleep, and a lack of sleep is a big problem in terms of developing sort of mood issues. Use of drink and drugs, of course, that's obvious. We can tend to catastrophize and actually, lie to kids about this. There's these big catastrophic stories about drugs will just make you mad, you develop a psychotic illness. For some it may trigger that if they have the underlying genetic predisposition towards that. The bigger risk for all of us, that anybody that uses drink or drugs, is the development of mood disorders. And it's a big source of it, a big problem there. So giving kids real information about that and explaining them in very clear terms that, if they use drink or drugs, that they can sort of permanently make them heighten their risk to developing anxiety or depressive disorders. They're not going to sort of go off and end up in a psychiatric hospital necessarily, but it can really have a negative impact on the quality of life. So things that could prevent the depressive illness, getting involved in sports, particularly outside activities, are good. So exercise is a great thing. Wilderness is a fantastic thing. You can encourage camping, for example. It's brilliant, really. Going off youth hosteling, things like that, walking in the wilds. All of that stuff is fantastic for helping develop resilience. Of course, having a good social network is important, but not just really close friends. A range of social relationships, so not having all your eggs in one basket, so learning that some people are very close, some people are a bit more distant, some people are even more distant, that the natural course of relationships is they ebb and flow in terms of intimacy. That's what happens. So having a range of people in your life, not just a huge number of people, but a range of people in your life. That sort of thing is all very helpful. And there's new research that's coming out that helping kids understand, cognitively structure some of their negative self-talk. Cognitive restructuring is a thing from cognitive behavioural therapy, but effectively what it helps you do is identify the types of thinking that will produce depressive feelings and challenge those thoughts and replace them with more rational, more balanced thinking. You can sort of look up cognitive behavioural therapy or give me a call and maybe do a few sessions with you about how to use them, or maybe you've had it yourself, so some of those thought records that you were given by the therapist. Helping kids to challenge their negative self-talk is a really good thing, as well as understand that things like setbacks in life are not catastrophic, they're not permanent, they're not the whole of life. So again, if you've done CBT, you'll know about these unhelpful thinking styles like black and white thinking, catastrophizing, those types of things, filtering, those types of unhelpful cognitive styles. If you teach kids that at an early age, how to challenge that type of thinking, they become much more resilient to developing depression later in life. So that you're not having to do the curative work, but you're doing the sort of prophylactic type work, building their resilience and challenging the depressive illness from ever emerging, so that they have greater skills for coping in the world. It's a very long video actually, in the end it's turned out to be, but it's quite an important subject. For today I want to leave you with a very positive affirmation. For today I want you to say, I can help myself and those around me that I love develop skills and capacities to be emotionally resilient and happy, so I can help myself and those around me, the people I love, to develop the skills and capacities to be emotionally resilient and happy. Thanks for dropping by, and I'll see you again another time. Bye-bye.